Hello everybody, welcome to Mathethics original channel. Today I want to talk about the recursive formula. In this lesson, we're gonna see how to write the recursive formula for arithmetic sequence and then for geometric sequence. Remember, the difference between arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence is that arithmetic sequence has a common difference. And geometric sequence has a common ratio. So every time you have a sequence or you are given a sequence, you need to first identify whether you have an arithmetic sequence or a geometric sequence. And how you're going to know is by checking to see if you have a common difference or if you have a common ratio. If you have a common difference, then you're dealing with an arithmetic sequence. If you have a common ratio, then you're dealing with a geometric sequence. So, let's see how to write the recursive formula for an arithmetic sequence first. Giving the following sequence. Two, 7, 12, 17, 22. And we need to write the recursive formula for that sequence. Right? The recursive formula for that sequence. This sequence has 5 terms, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your first term, a sub 1. This is your second term, equal 7. Your third term, equal 12. Your fourth term, equal 17. And your fifth term is equal 22. So that's a total of 5 terms. First term, and we label those terms by a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3. So this one means first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and fifth term. So now let's see what is the difference between two consecutive terms. What I mean by that, what is the difference between term 1 and term 2? What is the difference between the second term and the third term? And what is the difference between the third term and the fourth term? What is the difference between the fourth term and the fifth term? Okay, so over here, 7 minus 2 is 5. So which means to go from 2 to 7, I add 5. Okay, 7 minus 2 is 5. 12 minus 7 is also 5. 12 minus 7 is 5. 17 minus 12 is 5. 12 minus 17 is 5. So which means a common difference for this sequence is 5. And this is an arithmetic sequence because there is a common difference. Okay? So the recursive formula states that if you want the next term, then you have to know the previous term plus the common difference. Okay, what does that mean? If I want the fifth term, I have to do the fourth term. Okay, the term before the fifth term is the fourth term plus the common difference. If I want the second term, I have to do the first term plus the common difference. So if I want the second term, I have to do the first term, which is 2, plus the common difference, which is 5. So 2 plus 5 equals 7. 7 plus 5 equals 12. 12 plus 5 equals 22. Okay, so to find the next term, you have to get the previous term, the term before it, and then you plus the common difference. So what does that mean? That means a sub n is whatever term you need. A sub n equal, so a sub n can be anything. N can be 5. If I need the fifth term, then n is 5. If I need the fourth term, then n is 4. If I need the third term, then n is 3. Alright, so a sub n, so anything before n will be n minus 1. Okay, n minus 1. The number before 5 is 4, which is 5 minus 1. The number before 4 is 3, which is 4 minus 1. The number before 3 is 2, which is 3 minus 1. Okay, makes sense? So a sub n equal a sub n minus 1 plus the common difference. Okay. We also have a function term, a function notation for recursive formula. We also have a function notation for recursive formula. So you can say f of n equal f of n minus 1 plus the common difference. Now, f of n again, n could be anything. N can be 5, n can be 4, n can be 3. So n minus 1 is whatever term you're looking for, minus 1. So if you're looking for term 5, is 5 minus 1. Okay, so this could be anything. So that's a function way to write a recursive formula. Okay, so therefore, for this sequence, if we want to write the recursive formula for it, we can say, hey, a sub n equal a sub n minus 1 plus 5. Okay, so in the formula, a sub n will always be there. A sub n minus 1 will always be there. The only thing that will change is your common difference. Once you find your common difference, you just plug it in, then that'll be it. Okay, so or you can say f of n equal f of n minus 1 plus the common difference. So which in this case our common difference is 5. So it's plus 5. Okay, so a sub n equal a sub n minus 1 plus 5, or a sub n equal a sub n minus 1, f of n equal f of n minus 1 plus 5. Now, giving the following sequence, 2, 6, 18, 54. And again, we have to write the recursive formula. This sequence have 4 terms. That the first term is 1, is 2. The second term is 6. The third term is 18. And the fourth term is 4. So the sequence has 4 terms. So, what kind of sequence I'm dealing with? If I find the difference between the first 2 consecutive numbers, would it be the same throughout the sequence? Let's find out. 6 minus 2 is 4. 18 minus 6 is 12. So that's already failed. So it is not arithmetic sequence. So let's check to see if it is geometric sequence. To check if it is geometric sequence, all you have to do is find the ratio for any 2 consecutive number and see if it's going to be the same throughout the sequence. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And 18 divided by 6 is 3. 54 divided by 18 is also 3. So you can see the ratio for the first 2 consecutive numbers is the same as the ratio for the next 2 consecutive numbers, and is the same as the ratio for the third 2 consecutive numbers. So that's how I know it is a geometric sequence. This number, when you multiply this number by 3, you get 6. 6 times 2, you get 18. That number doesn't change. Now, knowing that I'm dealing with a geometric sequence, how do we write the recursive formula for a geometric sequence? Again, just like for arithmetic sequence, for geometric sequence, the recursive formula is the next term to find the next term, you have to take the previous term and you have to multiply by the common ratio. Okay, so as you can see, now when we see the next term, let's say if I want the value for the 54th term, for the 4th term. So what I will need to do is the previous term for the 4th term is the 3rd term. So I'll take the value, which is 4 minus 1 is 3. So I'll take the value of the 3rd term and I will multiply by the common ratio. Again, if I want the value for the 2nd term, then I'll take the value for the 1st term and multiply by the common ratio. Okay, so I know the first term is 2, the common ratio is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 is our second term. So the formula go like this. A sub n equal a sub n minus 1 times the common ratio r. Okay, a sub n is the term you're looking for, the next term. So that's equal to the n minus 1. Remember that n could be anything. The n could be anything here. So it could be 4, it could be 3, it could be 2, it could be 7, whatever term you are looking for. So in the n minus 1, it simply represents the number or the term before that term you're looking for. And then you time it by the common ratio. So the function notation for that is f of n equal f of n minus 1 times r, times the common ratio. Okay, so now let's see how can we write the recursive formula for this sequence right here. So we already know the first term is 2 and the second term is 6 and our common ratio is 3. So when you're writing this out, you always want to first write out the first term. Okay, so we're gonna say, well, the sequence begin with a sub 1, which is equal to 2. Then you're writing out the formula saying a sub n equal a sub n minus 1 times 3. And for the function notation, you say, well, f of 1 equal to 2. F of 1 is the same thing as a sub 1. Okay, f of 1 and a sub 1 is the same thing. F of 2 and a sub 2 is the same thing. F of 3 and a sub 3 is the same thing. So f of 1 equal 2 and f of n equal f of n minus 1 times 3. Okay, so that's all you have to do. To write out the recursive formula is two things you need. The first term of that sequence and the common difference or the common ratio. If you're dealing with an arithmetic sequence, your first thing you do, you write out your first term, whatever your first term is. So a sub 1 or f of 1. So you write out your first term, and then you write the equation, put comma, the equation, so which is a sub n equal a sub n minus 1 times whatever, plus. If it's arithmetic, it's plus the common difference. If it is geometry, it's time the common ratio. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch our video. Please don't forget to share, to like, and to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.